Culture Gang, welcome to another study episode of Culture Anime. In this episode, we'll be doing Boruto Chapter 78. As my frequent guest is Ray Sean. And this chapter right here was pure mayhem throughout the hidden leaf with Kawaki just saying, you know what? I'm going rogue. I'm taking matters to my own hand. But as always, before we start, guys, Ray Sean, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms. Just search up RGAP or Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast.
All right, and hit that subscribe button, part of the Culture Gang. We talk about anime, sports, and everything as well, too. So the chapter starts off with Shikamaru realizing that Naruto and Hinata Chakra are completely gone. And the shinobis that are guarding the house are there and just walking around like, yeah, he is not here. And the worst part is, out of everything that's going on, Himawari comes back home after going food shopping. I think she was getting ready for dinner or whatever it was, and she's just in utter shock for like, holy shit, where's my mom and where's my dad? And she sees the picture, the frame on the floor completely shattered. So she already knew something's really bad happened to her father and mother. And then Shikamaru was, asking Ada, like, is this true? Like, what happened? All that stuff. And Ada's mad nonchalant with it. She's like, yeah, it was definitely Kawaki. And he's the one who, sent Hinata Naruto to a different dimension. And that right there is like, what the fuck? And the only thing I feel bad for in this entire part right here is Himawari.
True. I feel bad for Himawari because she doesn't have any idea what's probably really going on. She probably knows about like Boruto and him maybe turning into like a monster, but she don't really know about the dynamics of what's really going on behind the scenes. And I do feel bad for her, especially after we just heard she might be one of the strongest. So this might be the thing that helps her break through that little shell she needs to unleash that power, because I know she got some crazy emotions right now.
Oh, but most definitely.
The only thing I was a little bit surprised, not that that they sensed. I was surprised that we didn't get an Ino, like a little chapter, little scene with Ino, like, damn, Naruto's gone or some shit, like her being the first person to really notice that. But yeah, I mean, this is a big one. This is the whole Kage. Like, this is the biggest person in the village is just gone. Especially with all the crazy shit still on the horizon to happen. Yeah, I can see why it's kind of turmoil and why Shikamaru was kind of like, where is Naruto? But you're probably gonna talk about it a little bit later. But I like one thing Shikamaru said that I think everybody is saying that's interesting.
And right now, Boruto's getting worked up right now. He's like, yo, what the hell did Kawaki do? Why would he do this to my mom? Especially like he not as innocent in this whole situation. Why my mom? And obviously he's gonna be upset with his father. So right now he just dips out the house and is going after Kawaki. And then we see more how Ada's power really work, where she's just like really, capturing the moment, what happened between Kawaki and Naruto. And she's saying that, reviewing his conversation, she's saying to the Hokage, like, I plan on killing Boruto again. And mind you, Sarada and Sumire are in the room, and Sarada never knew about Boruto being killed in the first place. So she's like in shock, like, what do you mean Boruto killed again? And right now she's like thinking, like, what the hell's going on right now? And mind you, they kept it a secret because, they didn't want everybody to look at Kawaki differently because, it was Boruto who said that Kawaki, if Momoshiki takes over me, kill me. And as of right now, that's it. All dark secrets are revealed right now. And she's saying that I can't stand here. I gotta go. And mind you, Shikamaru is telling Sarada, yo, like, this is part of your mission. You have to stay in the house. She's like, no, I'm not listening to you. I'm out of here. And mind you, Shinobi, you always gotta put the mission first before your emotions. And she just dipped out, and Shikamaru is just pretty much pissed right now, saying that, yo, Sarada, like, you're supposed to be captain in Team 7. You're letting your emotions get the better of you. Well, mind you, our mission right now is supposed to watch over Ada and Damon.
See, I kind of get what you're saying from like from that point of what a shinobi should be, but I feel like even like it's been a lot of times even with Shikamaru has broken that for like situations that you feel that deems that. I just felt like this situation already just showed you Sarada, Boruto, end goals. That's most likely gonna happen. I don't see how it's not gonna happen. Even like when she was talking throughout this whole thing, you can see like Ida gave her like this certain look, like, I see you, bitch. I see you over there. One thing I will say about Ida ability, which I thought was weird, is she made this statement was like, she couldn't see Kawaki because he was like in like Oshushi mood or something. She couldn't see him, which to me was kind of weird. Because how can she see cold? And like, you know what I mean? Because isn't he a Ushushiki too? Or is it like a certain thing they can go into that mode where you can't really sense their chakra? Is that what it is that she can't see? Or is she lying? See, that's why I'm like, it seems that right there seemed a little weird when she said that statement to me. Um, her being able to like read the whole conversation and stuff like that, I thought that was really interesting. I like kind of like she was sitting behind them watching them
Yeah.
talk. I thought that was a cool little visual of that happening. Shows you how crazy her ability is. And I kind of like when you say nonchalant, how she's acting. She really is. She's not even
Yeah, she's like,
panicking. Naruto gone. I mean, me and you made the deal, Shikamaru. Like, I don't even need to worry about Naruto right now. Sadara, I feel for Sadara, not especially not knowing. I thought she would have somehow figured out by now, but her not knowing, yeah, it's kind of shitty. Especially because I'm thinking she in love with the man now. So like I don't know. And that could possibly, I wonder if that's gonna be something that affects Ada's ability. Like if you truly love somebody. But then I don't know, because then some other people are getting affected by it.
so you know, what's so funny that everything that's going on now, mind you, the main mission was to be at this house. And right now it's just Ada, Damon, and Sumire. And they're right now like, you know what? Yo, Damon, come here. Let's eat this popcorn while we see all this shit unfold in this hidden leaf right now. All this drama right now.
but all this happened after Kawaki looked at Boruto, was like, hey, Momoshiki. Oh hell no.
You still alive?
And it went chaos after that. Nigga disappeared. Nobody knew where to find him. I feel it's crazy. It's some other stuff I want to say, but I'm gonna wait till you get there.
So right now, if you guys don't know, we're seeing a little foreshadow of what's gonna happen in the future. Boruto, because right now, Boruto and Kawaki meet on top of the head statues of the hidden leaf, referencing to what happened in episode 1, where Boruto and Kawaki are fighting each other as you know they're grown up. So right now it's more of a reference right here. Same thing what happened with Naruto and Sasuke when they fought at the what is that place called where it had Madara and the first Hokage fighting each other. The land of the I forgot what was it called, the land of the end or something like that. And then they fought again at the end of Shippuden where they finished their final battle. So it's cool to see these references come right here. But getting back to it, as of right now, Kawaki's saying that I don't know, I'll stop her here because this is the way you always go back home and all that stuff. And Barto's question him like, yo, why did you do this to my mom and dad as well too? And then you see Kawaki just nonchalant just drop some cubes and spears on the floor, like, get ready, dogs. I'm about to kill you right now. And he's saying that it's Shinjutsu that allows access to the dimensions where time is frozen and the Lord Seventh and your mom is there. But don't worry, they're in a place where they won't starve to death and they won't get any older. So I'm like, okay, Kawaki kind of looked out for them in a way. Like, hey, I'm going to send you somewhere not so bad that you won't get older and you won't starve to death. So, hey, it's not that bad for you guys.
See, this is where I thought was a little interesting or maybe contradictory a little bit. Because what's his name when Jigen or whatever had the ability, he couldn't absorb or bring in human things into that dimension. If I'm thinking this is the same dimension where all the cubes and stuff are, then it's kind of weird that Kawaki can do that. So I thought that was like, maybe is that a contradiction, or maybe this is a different dimension or something, because this is kind of, but I will say it's interesting as fuck. They should have just said he's sealed. I think they did use the word kind of like sealed, like he sealed them away, which is kind of interesting as fuck. You keep saying like the Hinata thing. I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, didn't Hinata put hands on Kawaki first?
Smack
So I
the shit out of him.
mean, she might. He might not even wanted to get her, but after the smack, he was like, you might as well go in there too then. You know what I mean? Like, you done showed your colors. I know what's gonna happen. Him catching him up on his way home is interesting, because if you think about it, it's smart, because he low-key knows the type of person Boruto is. He's hears something, he's running into it. You know what I mean? So he's not sitting back thinking. Like, smart person probably would have sat back, thought, waited to Sasuke and all of them came together, then go get Kawaki. But he like, nah, let's go. I kind of like the little rumbling at first. I do like what you said. It kind of being similar to the Naruto Sasuke fighting ground type of thing on top of the Hokage's heads, which is I like that pretty interesting. I couldn't tell exactly who head they're on. If they're on top of Naruto's head right now, that is just more dope for just the storyline within itself. I kind of want to see how much more panic this is throughout the village. We kind of seeing this throughout like the shinobis right now. Right now, yeah, because I think we got one more scene before another person come
Yeah.
into play. But I fucks with this.
Yeah.
Kawaki ain't playing. He's
No,
not
no,
playing.
no.
If
He's
you got Shiki in your name, you're dead. He's like it's over.
So right now, Kawaki activate his giant claw, and right now he's going after Boruto. But he said, like, I'm not holding back. It's time. Like, I'm here to kill you. And Boruto is trying to, like, Kawaki, like, what the hell's going on with you right now? And Kawaki's like, you know what, dude? Yunosuke, that's it. You have to die. Nothing more. Nothing. Like, there's nothing more to talk about because right now we're not gonna get anywhere. As of right now, Kawaki goes for a finishing blow, but Boruto is able to activate his karma mark and saying that if words won't cut it, then I'm saying I'm gonna have to beat your ass. That's basically what Boruto said right there. And then this right here got to me because it's a one quick panel of Amado. And Amado doesn't even care. He's like, hey, what's going on out there? What's Kawaki doing? And, Sai's telling him, everything that he did to Naruto and basically, steal him away to another dimension and stuff. And Amado's like nonchalant, oh, I think he wouldn't do that. Interesting. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. You got something to sleep. And still to this day, I don't trust this man for nothing.
I feel you on that, but I will say, I think in the last panel they did draw him with a little bit of sweat, so it do look like he might have been like a little sweat in the situation. Because no matter, let me tell you something, it's easier low key to kind of get away with things with Naruto as Hokage versus somebody else being Hokage, because just no Naruto being more understanding and kind of letting stuff go versus a lot of other people who probably would not let it go. You know what I mean? Just because of who they are. So it's probably in his best interest to keep Naruto in charge. So here him probably disappearing is probably like, oh shit, now I might have to step up whatever plans he got into foreshadowing. Or if I was him, I mean, better way to get everybody underneath your thing, have your own way of being able to go get Naruto, which I don't even know if it's possible because he probably just created this dimension. I don't even know. It's such an interesting thing that he just did right now, guys.
Yeah, I wish they would deep dive more into how dimensions are created by Sasuke as well. Like I think that would be pretty cool to understand how they really create the dimensions.
That would be super interesting. But yeah, you gotta keep going. It's like it's a few things I want to say, but I gotta wait.
As of right now, Kawaki and Boruto they're fighting, they continue with the battle and stuff, and then out of nowhere, a fireball jutsu is going Kawaki's way and he's able to absorb it, and then we see Sarada, and I'm like, okay, mind you, ever seen Sarada in action in a Boruto manga since the Boro arc? And as of right now, she's questioning, Kawaki like, hey, what's gotten into you? And Kawaki's saying, yo, if you get in my way, I'm going to kill you. Like nothing less. If you're gonna get away with me killing Boruto, you will die too. And Boruto's, saying that, yo, Sado, just run away. You're gonna die. And Kawaki's in a whole nother level now. He's not even thinking about nothing but killing me right now. And then Sado says that as a shinobi who aims to be Hokage, I have to save you. And what gets me mad the most is that Kawaki is a formidable opponent. Why did you not activate your Sharingan?
Yeah,
Why are you fighting this man in base form? Why he has his call mark activated?
something like what you said earlier. Emotion. She is out here kind of doing what Sugar Mall said not to do, is try to talk to this man rationally. You can't do that right now. This is a Kawaki that literally just sees red right now. I feel bad for Sarada because I feel her a little bit. Like you don't want to see Boruto die. She kind of warming up to Kawaki too, because she didn't. I mean, she didn't go straight into like trying to team up with Boruto to kill Kawaki. So you can tell there's some type of friendship there she has for him. But I find it interesting that like how outmatched like a lot of these people are really are to what Kawaki and Boruto
Mhm.
are right now, and they need to get out of this. But one of them, but one of them actually did kind of show like I'm in it for the long run, and if you can have one friend in anime, fuck Kawaki. Mishki is the
Yes.
boy you need as a friend.
Yes.
This boy is not playing.
All right, we'll get to Mitsuki in a few minutes. But as of right now, Kawaki activates his arm, basically making it to a giant blade. And he's basically going to say, Sarada, I'm going to cut your head off. And he swings at her. But mind you, Boruto, being the person he is, jumps in the way. And the Rayshawn, we finally got it. After years of speculation, when is this kid going to get that goddamn scar? And he finally got it. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an epic way.
Yep.
Showing that, saving somebody that he truly cares for. And right there, you just see his eye just pursuively just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, that scar looked pretty badass. But it looks bad on us saying that we wish a kid to get his goddamn scar ready. Like it just looks weird on us. Like, damn, finally he got his goddamn eye cut out.
Well, we know it's finally progressing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like when you look at the first episode and you're like, okay, so this Boruto got a scar. So what's gonna cause him to get the scar? Then now you're like, oh shit, it's because Sadara thought she was fucking Sakura, I guess, and came in there and tried to fight. But I don't know. You was not ready for it, man.
Yes, and this is when the chapter throws an entire 360. We see Mitsuki grab Kawaki's arm, and then we see Shikamaru use his shot paralysis jutsu, and then we see Konohamaru. For what reason? I don't know why he's there. But anyways, and then Mitsuki says, no matter what, whatever you will do, I won't let you go. If I have to, I will die right here. And I'm like, okay, Mitsuki, this is finally you have a big moment in the manga since you haven't having a big moment since what the Boruto arc. It's been a long time, so Mitsuki right now, playing a big factor right here. But besides that, this is where the goat comes in. He comes in, pulls up a sword right into Kawaki's neck, and he's like, yo, it's over. If you try anything else, I will kill you right here.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And I'm like, whoo, whoo, whoo. Mind you, you took his brother, you sealed his brother away. You try to kill Sadara. You try to kill his student right here, right in front of his face. Sasuke's not playing with no more. What'd you think about that grand entrance right there?
I thought it was epic. Sasuke came out of nowhere because we've been sitting here waiting, trying to figure out where he's been. Was he in the village? It seemed like he must have been close to the village because he kind of came there pretty quickly. While I don't know if you could say pretty quickly because it's been a little bit of time, but he got there when the shit was hitting the fan. I kind of agree with you with the Konohamaru thing. I think they was like, oh, we might as well take an extra body and so they took him with him. Shikamaru getting there. See, the people that got there is people I can understand because all these people really care about Naruto, like to a point where it's like a lot of these people are in the positions they're in because of Naruto. So like fuck Boruto. Where is Naruto? Like, I mean, that's like where I can feel like everybody really wants to know. And like, especially they don't want to see this fight between these two people because it could be crazy. I'm surprised right now with the people that are actually trying to stop him actually thinking they might could win this. Because it's even a scene where you have he was talking to Mato, he was talking to Sai, and he was like, oh, we don't know if we might have to go like another route or do something crazy. And I'm sitting here like, when did y'all scale up to be able to kill him? Because I I thought he could just kill you guys, like whatever he really wanted to. So I'm like, unless you guys got some techniques, maybe they've been training, waiting just in case Kawaki go crazy or some shit. But this is kind of interesting. I kind of want to see it. I do like seeing Sasuke. I want to see how powerful Sasuke is right now. But I am gonna say this right now. They foreshadowing it heavy.
I know. I know.
You know exactly what I want to say, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it right now. But they foreshadowing it heavy. Like,
So if you notice, every time something happens to Naruto in the Boruto series, something bigger happens to Sasuke as well. It's in this series. She already knows something major is about to happen to Sasuke in the next few chapters.
no, well, yeah, I can, I can feel it, man. Especially if like, because we've seen some of the visions of what's gonna happen. So like within probably the next chapter, you're gonna have that episode where you got that scene where Mishiki and all of them was like chasing after him. So like something's big about to
Yeah.
happen. And he was transformed, so something probably happened before he was running. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then we get next up with Shikamaru talking to Kawaki. He's like, whatever happens to you next depends on your answer right here. And I'm like, oh shit, that was a boss move right there. And Kawaki's like, hey, if you want any answers from me right now, just kill me then, because I got nothing to say. And then mind you, this is where the chapter takes another 360. And then you see Boruto grabbing his eye and you thinking like, oh, he must be really hurt. And then you see the car marks start activating again. And I'm like, this guy Momoshiki loves to come in and cause mayhem at the very last moment when you think the heroes got it done. And then he tells, Kawaki, hey, I need you to get away from this. He absorbs Shikamaru's shadow paralysis, and everybody's in utter shock right now. And Boruto or Momoshiki saying that, do you want me to kill you, don't you? But at the same time, the reason why Momoshiki saved Kawaki, he still wants to feed him to the Ten Tails. Let's not forget about that. That's the main factor. So Momoshiki will do whatever he can to make sure that Kawaki still survives. And he probably knows that deep down Boruto could beat Kawaki. That's why he made that, attempt to save Kawaki right now. And this right here where Kawaki just disappears. And that's pretty much it. And once again, Momoshiki just causing pure mayhem.
Which I think is interesting because he could have just like when he like shrunk down to disappear, he could have really done that almost any time. Unless, I mean, I guess you can say maybe Sasuke can still see him, but I'm not for sure because I thought he can only see him with his Rinnegan, and I don't think he has that no more. So, like, he might not can even see him if he shrinks low. So, I guess the only thing I could say was the advantage was, I guess, all of them plus Boruto might can kill him, but I don't think all of them by themselves could have killed him, especially if Kawaki was like full rage type mode.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like he little kind of calmed down a little bit. But I will say, that's what I was wondering. So did Momoshiki kind of come back over and take over his body, which is kind of weird because then he said he couldn't do that. So now it's like, maybe this is what it been. He been waiting for his energy to get up there. So all that shit he been telling him when the moon hit, when you see the moon in the air around 12 o'clock, that's when the shit about to hit because it's been hitting. It's been hitting. And then it can't be stopped. I like how he added that at the end. He was like, oh, it's in motion, baby. And once it get going, it cannot be stopped. Oh man.
The whole thing with Momoshiki is that when Boruto got one shot into his chest, I thought that Momoshiki couldn't take over, or Momoshiki couldn't take over when Boruto was out of chakra, but Boruto wasn't out of chakra. So I think it kind of reminds me like of All Might that he can take, go to his buff form for 1 second. So I think the same thing happened. Like, I think the same similar situation with Momoshiki that he could probably take over Boruto's body for maybe a few seconds and that's it.
Could be, or are they probably fusing, work like combining into each other? Or like, I don't know, maybe he lying. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he's the one that told him that. Like, so, or it wouldn't be too big of a deal if to say a lie and have your shit just work out for you. But yeah, but it is kind of crazy to get saved by the thing you kind of deem I'm gonna kill every Isushi in the world, but then end up getting saved by one. So it's kind of
that is funny. And then before we end this chapter, Shikamaru says that Kawaki can't be gone forever, and he's running low on chakra. And once he pops up, all hands on deck, and we will stop him at necessary means. And they see Sasuke at the same time. He's like, I don't get it. What is he trying to do? Why save Kawaki, who wants to kill him? Like I said before, it's to he wants to save Kawaki to feed him to the Ten Tails to get the chakra fruit.
Now I'm interested. I wonder if because Code has to come into a play. So now I wonder if Kawaki and Code are gonna work together or something like that. It's so many interesting things that can come to play with this. I don't think he's out of the village yet. So I think that's gonna probably be another chapter or two.
Yeah.
I think there is something big gonna have to happen within these next two chapters because it's kind of been
Hands
like
down.
it's like it's pacing us for something to happen, so I'm kind of waiting for it.
And then we get the final panel with Momoshiki, as always, being a menace to Boruto's mental health. He says, "Well, boy, you lost one blue eye." And he says, "I think you know this is just the beginning. Or just know that you're about to lose everything in a very short order, and it can no longer be stopped. The end has already begun." And I'm like, holy shit. Like I said before, they've been hyping up this prophecy since the beginning, since Boruto defeated Momoshiki. And he's saying that your blue eyes, like you will lose everything. He's saying that, hey, you already lost one, but basically saying that, hey, one will get cut and the other one you will mentally see everything about to get destroyed right in front of your face. When it comes to your family, your friends, your sensei, everything's about to get destroyed right in front of you. I think that's what he means by that.
Bruh, I hope that happened to Himawari, bro.
Oh
man, if
they was do that,
Kawaki do something to Himawari, I might have to come through the anime, through the manga, and beat his ass. That's some bullshit right there. Because I don't want to see that. Like, but I can kind of see a picture of her kind of running ragely, like what you do with my mom and dad, and he might do what he did with Sarah and just be like, "Bitch, move, head gone." And then that can be enough to spiral everybody into some crazy shit. Cause I mean, now you didn't push it, man. They like, you know what I mean? I can understand maybe killing Boruto, but
sister,
the sisters too. That's just
dude.
you better have this same smoke for when Cold come. Cause you can't just have the smoke for Boruto, but then when Cold come, you ain't on the same it's right now type of shit. You know what I mean? You better have the same smoke. So that's my only.
But if they was to pull that off and actually try to kill Himawari, that would be some dark Attack on Titan shit to pull something off like that to kill the little sister. I don't think they will, but she probably might get hurt really bad because she's gonna try to talk to Kawaki like, "Yo, why the hell did you do this to mom? And my dad, and why the hell did you cut Boruto's eye and then unleash her power?" And Kawaki might knock her out and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she might actually can see him. Like she ain't like when what's her name said she was the strongest. She might unlock some shit and be like Kawaki right there and go get his ass type shit. So I'm all hands on deck. I definitely want Himawari to be cool. Next chapter, I kind of want a little scene with Naruto to see like if kind of where they at. Can he see? Can he move? If they like in the closed, like dark area, like you know what I mean? It's kind of be interesting to kind of see what they doing. Because I mean, they in a place where he's not aging or anything. So I guess if everything happened good, and like he'd come out be the same person that went in. That'd be interesting.
All right, Rashawn, anything else you want to bring up?
No, I think that's about everything. I think we done covered everything in the chapter.
All right, so comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter. What you about Kawaki going completely rogue, fighting basically everybody in hand and lead, and also what you think about the infamous scar that Boruto finally got. But before we end this, guys, Rayshawn, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms by just searching up Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast or GAP for short.
All right. Also hit the subscribe button, part of the Culture Again. We talk about anime, sports, and everything as well too. And this is Culture Universe.